Good morning. Happy coffee talk. It's gonna be a great day today. Coffee this morning is as delicious as can be. It's my combo blend. I've told you guys this before. I'm much more of a coffee consumer than a coffee creator, but I feel like I've come up with something here. My husband got me these like cacao grounds for Christmas. And you kind of brew them like coffee. They're supposed to be a little bit better for your overall health. I like them, but it's not quite as, it doesn't have quite as much punch by itself. So what I started doing is I take some of the cacao grounds and I mix them with like fresh ground Black Rifle coffee grounds, and that makes something magical. So, moral of the story: coffee creator I am, I guess. But I love, love, love this combo. So I'm drinking that this morning, and I'm drinking it out of my mug from fitme member Terry. Fitme member Terry sent me this for either my Christmas or my birthday, but I love this mug. It looks exactly like the Eastern Shore of Maryland to me. It looks like almost like water, but then what is it called? Like the reeds, um, in a place that's kind of like the Eastern Shore of Maryland where there's like a lot of wetlands. That's what it looks like. I could literally put a blue herring and some geese in this picture and it would look exactly like where I grew up, because I grew up on the Eastern Shore of Maryland, where there's a lot of water, Chesapeake Bay and all of that. So let's get right to coffee talk today. Coffee talk messages on before and afters. I really wanted to bring this topic up because it it's a topic for conversation, to be honest. I'm going to give you my perspective, but at the end of the day, this is not necessarily a right or wrong. But I want to bring it up because I feel as though before and afters are something that has evolved in my mind. So I want to share that, you know, when I very first felt like my body was transforming, before and afters were very compelling, because I could see side by side of the change that was happening. And I actually like that for before and afters. I think when used in the context of in it for the big picture, in it for the long run, here is something that's not necessarily represented on the scale, but I can see change, and like there's me then and here's me now. And I can see that. I don't think that before and afters are a problem. However, in my 8 years of coaching now, I've seen before and afters be a problem. Before and after pictures are everywhere, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Google, on any kind of fitness website, before and after pictures. But there's no context there. Sometimes we just see a picture of someone before that's we're supposed to think like the story is, you see a before and after, the story is here's this person before, sad, gross, unhappy, and here's this person after, happy, magical, transformed, skinnier, more muscle, all of that. And I don't like that story. I really don't. I'm proud of the person for their hard work. And again, in context, before and after pictures can be really valuable and motivating and helpful. So I'm not throwing them away. I'm simply saying that the story around a lot of before and after pictures isn't helpful. Because here's the thing, you are not gross, sad, or, unworthy in your starting out picture. That is a terrible way to think of starting a fitness journey. That first picture, you are brave, you're inspired, you're a lot of things. You're working hard. You have faith, you believe that you're going to make change. I admire that person. And so we have to be respectful of that before picture. We have to be respectful of that before moment. That moment when it is really hard. And so I think we have to be careful about these stories. We have to be careful about the stories that before and after pictures tell. And we have to be careful about the stories that we tell ourselves. Oh, see, look at so-and-so. Their before and after looks different than mine. It looks faster than mine. It looks better than mine. So obviously there's something wrong with me. Or why aren't I doing it in 8 weeks? Like, look at this before and after transformation that I saw on Instagram. Or wait a minute, that before picture looks like my after. What's wrong with me? They obviously really strongly dislike themselves in their before picture. So that means that my after picture is going to be terrible. See how it can be problematic? It's like, yes, they can be helpful, but also the story can be really unhelpful. And so I've become leery of before and after pictures. I think that potentially without a story, without context, without coaching, they might do more harm than good. And I've stopped sharing them as much, to be honest. I share them sometimes. Again, when I feel like I can explain the real story, I'll share it because again, it is motivating. That's the draw. That's the whole reason anybody's sharing it with you in the first place. P.S. Anybody who's marketing something to you is going to share before and after. If somebody was marketing to you house painting, they're going to share a before and after. If somebody is marketing to you a dog grooming, they're going to show you a before and after because you're like excited that the money and time that you spent created some kind of change. The thing is that you're not some busted old house. You can't treat yourself like that. And you're not dog fur. You're way more valuable, right? Than like the dog fur that's going to get thrown onto the ground in this before and after transformation. So I think that's why we have to treat ourselves a little bit differently with a little bit more respect. When we take progress pictures, it's not, we don't get to be crappy to ourselves. We have to be careful and guard those moments. We take our before pictures. So when someone joins fitme, we always have them take pictures to start. And if somebody doesn't feel comfortable, we don't make them. They can take a selfie for sure and just start with that. But we like to see a body composition picture because we're virtually coaching. And most of the time people are joining because they want to see body change. They want to either lose weight, they want to get stronger, they want to feel leaner or better in their clothes. They want to see that change happen as a result of their healthy lifestyle changes. So we need to see a picture. So we encourage everybody to take a picture. And almost always it's people feel all the feels. They send the picture and they're like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I look so gross. Or I can't believe I can't believe this is, what I'm doing. And it's really hard. And then we have that picture and that moment, that super vulnerable moment. And then later when we're finally, worthy, we get to put a picture next door to it and be like, look at better me. And again, I literally am in the business of helping people create this change. So I'm not knocking the change. I am just asking and giving my perspective that we have to be careful around the way that we talk about before and after pictures, because you are not unworthy. You are not gross. You are not any of those things when you're just starting out. You're just in a different spot. The circumstances that led you to that picture are potentially ones that are anything but lazy, that are anything but, all the mean things that you might say to yourself. You might have been working your ass off for a long time, but just not taking good care of yourself. Maybe you've been working around the clock being a caregiver, but just not taking very good care of yourself. Maybe you've been busy working hard on your career and not eating very well. Maybe you never learned how to eat well in the first place. Maybe you've had an injury. There's a whole bunch of circumstances that led to the moment that you're taking those initial pictures. And they're not excuses, but they're real. And so then when we take an after picture or we take a progress picture, there are different circumstances that led to that picture in that moment. It's a snapshot of a moment. So the second picture or the third picture, the circumstances that led up to that, well, maybe you're following a plan. Maybe you got a coach. Maybe you got a gym that you really like now. You've been going to classes for a while. Maybe you've been on Sundays spending about an hour or two and getting some groceries ordered and getting everything set up for the week. Maybe maybe you said no to things that you don't want to do anymore so you can create space in your life to take better care of yourself. Those are the circumstances and the repeat actions that led to the second snapshot. And that it really matters. The context matters. So my thought challenge, I guess, for you today is if you're going to take progress pictures, and I like progress pictures, to be a guardian of that moment. Be respectful and kind to yourself. Treat it for what it is. It's just a snapshot. It's just a tool. It's a take it or leave it. Also, it doesn't mean something you have to use, but be respectful of that moment for yourself. Believe me, it helps. It really helps. It sets the tone for everything. So next time you look at a before and after picture, I want to challenge you with that too. Look at it. It can be motivating, but try to consider the story. Take a look underneath that surface layer and think about that whole story. What kind of story are they telling? Do we like that story? Or should we reject it? Do we like the way that they're referring to the before? If not, rejected. We get to reject the messages and belief systems that no longer serve us. And so take a look closely. Oh, are they telling the full picture? That is really motivating because you're like, I see. This is how someone created this change. I like that. It helps me. Or are we in this perpetual run from our like old ugly selves, right? Let me get as far away from that as possible. Because that, my friends, is not sustainable. So that's my coffee talk message for this morning. We actually have an On Track group that is starting on Monday. So fitme On Track is your 4-week jumpstart. We teach you the fitme method and do it with you. We coach you while you do it. You get to learn the things that are simple but not necessarily easy to do. It is your jumpstart. It's where everybody starts before they start our full year program in fitme. But sometimes people do On Track and then they just take it and run with it. They like to do it on their own. Other people do On Track and they end up in our full year program and we do it with them and help you every step of the way. But either way, the 4-week On Track group is your starting point for creating this sustainable change. So we have a group that starts Monday. It is $97 for the 4 weeks. $97 to take the fitme method that has worked for so many people and start applying it in your life with coaching and help. You get daily prompts, you get the app, you get workouts, you get recipes, you get all of it. It's all there for you. And real people, myself included, who coach and help you do these changes. We help you create it so you don't have to do it by yourself. And then again, at the end of the 4 weeks, you can run with it or we can help you build from there. But I'm going to put the link in the comments. I'm going to put the link in the show notes. So sign up for On Track, fitmeontrack.com. And then we'll be getting started together on Monday. So thanks as always for plugging into FitMe Coffee Talk. If you haven't done so, subscribe to Coffee Talk on your favorite podcast platform. And if you're listening on the podcast and are not a part of a Facebook group, go to Facebook. This is the one place you definitely do want to be on Facebook. Go to Facebook, search Fit Me Free Community. Every day we have positive accountability posts. That means that you have a little bit of online accountability. We have lessons in there. We've got workout inspiration, movement inspiration. We've got food. Like you can learn to do diet-free, sustainable change for free in that group. So go to Fit Me Free Community and get started. And I will see you there. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.